Lower Manhattan's always in motion, people moving, reaching for the sky, taking the subway. Around the World Trade Center, you get a feeling. Pause.
It's a place of growth, and it's a place of progress, and it's a place of life.
It can be both calming and alarming to be here. One World Trade stands tall, the tallest in the Western Hemisphere, a giant symbol of hope, and also a reflection about the lives lost and the horror of what happened.
On September 11th, I was down on Chamber Street when I saw the second tower fall.
Joe Woolhead sees stories everywhere. He doesn't go anywhere without his camera.
It was dark, covered in smoke, and you couldn't see anything, and it cleared suddenly.
On the 80th floor of 4 World Trade, one of 7 buildings in the complex, his pictures document the evolution of the area.
Utter destruction and complete darkness.
And still rising again.
You have to work as a team in order to get things done, especially on a project like this. And this sort of brings it into focus.
We lived just north of Canal Street. Canal Street was the line where they wouldn't let people go further south.
Dino Fusco is the Chief Operating Officer for Silverstein Properties, the original and current World Trade Center developer and property manager.
Before 9/11, quite frankly, Lower Manhattan was mostly a work neighborhood. And now it's a live, work, play, learn community, right? Lots of residents, schools, museums, parks, and interestingly, much less of the financial and legal companies down here, much more the technology companies, kind of become the technology center of Manhattan.
The project to build the first residential tower is underway. The Port Authority of New York and New Jersey is the actual owner of most of the site. The agency commissioned and built this structure, known as the Oculus. It connects access to 13 transit lines, and it's also a place to shop.
The story of 9/11 also reaches underground. This subway station was buried in the attacks. It reopened 17 years later in 2018.
In a city filled with places to go and things to see, this area in Lower Manhattan holds a special significance in the hearts of neighbors and visitors. Have a seat at Brookfield Place, a new development across the street from World Trade, where the World Financial Center was.
It's not just a place to work, it's really a special and dynamic destination that's on the waterfront and is really one of a kind in New York.
I walk around now, around the World Trade Center now, and I'm very optimistic about the future. It's great to see so many people.
It is a place like no other. With every step, the transformation and growth continue. In Lower Manhattan, I'm Greg Mocker.